It's Friday, November 16th. The Maharashtra State Backward Classes Commission has concluded that the Maratha community, which constitutes nearly 33% of the state's population, is backward. Tasked with finding whether the Maratha community is eligible for reservation in jobs and educational institutions, the commission has submitted its report. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has already said the government will complete all legal formalities by the end of November to grant Marathas reservation if the commission finds the community is socially and educationally backward. What is unclear though is whether Marathas will be included in the OBC list, which is not acceptable to some other OBC groups, or they will be given a separate quota. If so, the total quota will exceed the Supreme Court's set limit of 50% and could face a legal challenge. Well, the Maratha community's demand for reservation played out over the last 2 years, first as silent marches or mukh morchas, and then violent protests like the ones we saw earlier this year. It has been pointed out that the Marathas are in fact the state's political and social elite, and that multiple commissions in the past have found the demand for Maratha quotas untenable. Because, quite simply, the Marathas have been socially and politically dominant. In his book Politics of Maharashtra, Local Context of the Political Process, Dr. Suhas Palshikar looks at data that underscores the political dominance of Marathas. Consider this: between 1962 and 2004, of the 2,430 MLAs, 1,366 were Maratha. Add to it the fact that district cooperative banks, educational institutions, medical and engineering colleges, universities, sugar factories, milk cooperatives, even land is predominantly owned by the community, means the Marathas hold the key to the state's rural economy. Since the formation of the state in 1960, 10 of Maharashtra's 18 chief ministers have been Marathas. So why the demand for quotas, you would ask? Well, the Marathas have been largely dependent on agriculture, which has in recent years seen a decline. Incomes have been squeezed. Rural distress has pushed many in the community to look elsewhere for jobs. The community claims government jobs have been cornered by Dalits and OBCs under reservation, and they find themselves left out. When confronted with facts about the community's dominance in the socio-economic sphere, those agitating speak of the have and have-nots divide among Marathas. The elites form the ruling classes, but many in the community, they say, are struggling. A contention that is telling of the community's powerful political leadership. Preventing a great musician from performing in the national capital is not mere intolerance, it is barbarism. Historian Ramchandra Guha wrote in the Indian Express, after organizers of a M Krishna concert scheduled for this Saturday in the national capital announced they are scrapping the event. M Krishna, a popular Carnatic music vocalist, an author and a Magsaysay Award winner, has often publicly articulated his views on matters like caste in Carnatic music, climate change, ecology, etc. Now, the Airport Authority of India was to organize the event with cultural group Speak McKay, but it appears that vicious trolling of the government body by right-wing handles for sponsoring the event led to it being scrapped. The tweets accused Airport Authority of India of using public funds to sponsor Krishna and said he sings about Jesus and Allah, is anti-India, is a converted bigot, and urban Naxal, among other things. The trolls also targeted several senior government officials such as Minister of Railways, Coal and Corporate Affairs Piyush Goyal and Minister of Civil Aviation Suresh Prabhu in their tweets. In response, Krishna said he was willing to perform anywhere in Delhi on the 17th of November. We just can't let ourselves be cowed down by these kinds of threats. Speaking of intolerance, defense analyst and journalist Abhijit Iyer-Mitra's bail plea has been rejected again. Mitra has been in custody since the 24th of October for allegedly hurting the religious sentiments of the people of Odisha. He was first arrested in September for making allegedly derogatory comments about the Sun Temple in Konark. A Delhi court granted him bail after he furnished a surety of 1 lakh rupees. The court also ordered him to join the police investigation, but he did not, alleging a threat to his life. He then moved the Supreme Court for protection from arrest. On the 4th of October, the Supreme Court refused to grant him bail, saying jail was, quote, the safest place for him. On the 24th of October, Iyer-Mitra had also apologized to the House Committee of the Odisha Assembly for his comments on the Sun Temple and on Odisha legislators. He was arrested by the Odisha police later that day. In a statement, rights group Amnesty International said the Odisha government must release journalist Abhijit Iyer-Mitra. The right to freedom of expression extends to speech that may be considered offensive by some. A criminal case for such conduct is not justified. Abhijit Iyer-Mitra has, ironically, called for the jailing of people whose ideologies he doesn't agree with. For example, he's tweeted in the past that those working for Human Rights Watch must be thrown in jail.
Yesterday morning we came across this female rhesus macaque. She's quite old, so she was probably hypoglycemic yesterday and she was seen like lying on the floor. So we immediately got her here and we started her treatment. So right now we are giving her saline treatment so that she is like active again, and she's fine now.
To tackle the healthcare issues, we have got 3 veterinary doctors who are working to tackle any emergency need for the animal treatment aspect or any kind of emergency.
I'm Dr. Deepika Valsarajan. In this field since 2 years. I joined this zoo just in May, but I've been working in another zoo before. I've always been passionate about animals. So when I was young, I didn't know how I could help them directly. I always wanted to be a conservationist. So they are really special for me, the animals here. And so are the animals for all the people here. Basically in wildlife, the animals are very special, you could say, because they've come under stress very easily. So every morning we take the rounds of the zoo along with the mukaddams. So that's when we see what the behavior of the animal is, whether any animal is sick. If it's a very serious critical case, we take the animal immediately to the hospital and we start the treatments immediately. Every animal has different physiology and digestive system. Like an elephant is a monogastric animal, and deer and stuff are completely herbivores. Monkeys are omnivores, they eat both non-veg as well as veg. So keeping that into consideration, the diet plan it's executed that way. We try to mimic their natural behavior while giving the feed. So for monkeys, we could hide the food like peanuts and stuff in a bamboo with small holes. So even they use their brain to see how it comes out. So that's how we keep them engrossed.
खाण्यासंदर्भात आपण प्राण्यांना एव्हरीडे फ्रेश फूड मागवतो आणि त्यामध्ये आपण क्वालिटी चेक पूर्ण आल्या पहिले त्यांची वेदर ते स्टेल आहे का किंवा त्यामध्ये कुठले पॅरासाइट्स वगैरे आहेत का हे सगळं चेक केलं जातं. रिजेक्टेड माल आपण पुन्हा परत पाठवतो त्या वेंडर कीपरकडे. वेगवेगळ्या ॲनिमलची रिक्वायरमेंट वेगळी असते. म्हणजे एलिफंट म्हटलं तर त्याला आपण ग्रास, शुगर केन वगैरे पाठवतो. मंकीजसाठी वेगळं डाईट पाठवतो. बर्डसाठी फिश वगैरे वेगळे पाठवतो. तर त्यामध्ये साधारणतः 75 किलो आपल्याकडे शुगर केन वगैरे येतं, 10-12 किलो रताळे येतात, त्यानंतर ॲपल्स येतात काही प्रमाणात आणि टमाटे वगैरे सगळे. असं म्हणजे एकंदरीत हे खाद्यपदार्थ जर बघायला गेलं तर इट इज ह्युमन ग्रेड क्वालिटी आणि वी कॅन प्रिझर्व इट ऑल्सो. दॅट काइंड ऑफ फूड वी गेट इट, बट एव्हरी डे वी हॅव अ फ्रेश स्टॉक. राणीबागेमध्ये येणारे जे प्रेक्षक आहेत त्यामध्ये साधारणतः वीकडेजमध्ये 3,000-4,000पर्यंत जातं आणि विकेंडला साधारणतः 12-15 हजारापर्यंत रोज व्हिजिटर्स असतात. आपल्याला भावना असतात तशा प्रकारे प्राण्यांनासुद्धा भावना असतात आणि त्यांच्या भावना ह्या आपल्यापेक्षा कधी प्रभावशाली असतात. जसं एखाद्या जनावरांनी दुसऱ्या जनावरांना बोलवणं किंवा एखाद्या मेटिंगसाठी बोलवणं किंवा एखादं पेन, जरी नॉर्मल व्ह्युअर जरी आले तरी त्यांनीसुद्धा त्या गोष्टीचा अभ्यास केला पाहिजे की व्हॉट दे वॉन्ट टू से ऑर व्हॉट दे वॉन्ट टू फील लाईक. तर त्यामुळे त्या जर आपल्याला समजल्या तर मला वाटतं बऱ्याचशा प्रश्नांना म्हणजे उत्तरं मिळतील आपल्याला.
When visitors are coming to the zoo, so the first aspect they should understand, all the animals are kept in captivity. They are already in little stress, you can say. So they should understand first the behavior of animals, not to tease the animal, not to throw any kind of food, not to feed the animals, because whatever outside food is there, that may not be hygienic or may not be a natural food as per their dietary schedule. So that creates unnecessary stress, that causes unnecessary stress to the animals, and that may even maybe fatal for their health also. The important role of zoos in India is basically to create awareness among the public that why this animal is important in the nature. That is why zoos are basically created. Their conservation message, why they are important, if they are dying, how the ecological balance is going to get disturbed. That disturbance is going to impact our survival. The coming generations, they should know these animals are directly linked with our survival. Same importance should be given to them as we are important on the earth.
Love your morning fix? Help support our journalism. Subscribe to Scroll Plus using the link in the description.